yet again, the only thing to do here is the no damage achievement for at least one of the levels. This one's probably doable, but some of the firebar rooms seem like they could pose some issues. And there's also that last room. I heard that other people had that same problem with just suddenly stopping over that one bed of spikes, so apparently there is a block there by accident. Maze of significantly less death. That, you can, I guess if you can force your way in there, that would be fine, but it's a long level, but I don't remember it being terribly difficult. City War, no. City War probably doesn't count anyway. Volcanic Furnace, doable probably, but long. Elec Dam, boring and long. More boring and more long, so definitely not Quint stage. It also had Quint, so definitely not. Mega Man for all seasons, shorter anyway, but I remember it being kind of cluttered. 80-2101. That one could do. It's just the custom boss fight at the end that you have to worry about. Might actually put me off entirely. Starman Recreation, maybe. It's so long though. The levels in Tier 5 are all long. And that's all of them. Well, I guess I'll have to go through and see which ones are the better options. Oh right, you can't do an air slide out of a slide that came out of it. Yes. Oh. Haha! I feel clever. What? How did that? Why did I stop? Why? Thank you, B. Buh. In due time, don't worry. Pushy signs. That's a good reason not to do this one, because sometimes this jump slide just doesn't seem to work, and it's long enough that it might happen. Let's try this one. Well, that's a great start. Some of those meds are pretty poorly placed, I guess. Maybe not this one. Maybe not this level. But then, which level? Yeah, like, these meds are just problems. Total problems. I'd be staying around there. Oh, you're a problem too. No prob. Why are there 3 M-tanks in this level? Yeah, that room is fine both ways, honestly. Not dangerous either way. Well, hello. I am doing that right now. Look at how Colgate colored I am. I follow instructions before they even exist. Oh yes, this part where it looks like we have to go both directions, but we only have to go one. This is a strange little level. Ooh. If I remember right, there were lots of Joes in this section, probably? Yes. Which is why I ignore a lot of Joes in this section. And that leaves over here. I need to be mindful not to just walk into any new screen, because then I can get trapped into the floor and vanish. Mostly on my way back. Oh, there's another poorly placed Met. There's a lot of problematic enemies in this level. But all also quite easily dealt with once you know that they're there. Except for this one. Ah. That took some nonsense. Oh, yes it did. This one is probably not particularly advisable, but it's not like any of the difficulty is actually difficulty. It's just you gotta know stuff beforehand, and also be mindful not to be swept into the void on that transition. Which is, again, knowing stuff beforehand. Actually, what am I doing? Hey, hey, hey! Don't do that to me. I could have ruined it right at the end, but it didn't. That didn't take too many tries at all. I think it was like 3 tries and 2 of them ended right in the first room or 2. So that's a decent option. Let's keep on trying. Volcanic Furnace. This is one that I think I might have chosen if I was only going to choose one, because the level was fun enough. It just was really weird with the graphical choices and where it wanted the player to go without telling them. Do this. Time myself well here. Flash Stopper's a friend in that room, I guess. And then there's just one more room. Alright, yeah. With some thoughtful weapon usage, this stage isn't bad at all. Like, there's basically... Now that I have an idea of what I'm gonna do, there's nothing that's gonna hit me. Almost certainly. I even messed up and it was still not a problem there. Just... Yeah, with this weapon set, pretty much all the threats can be dealt with super duper safely. just gotta walk forward through this room, the fires don't fall nearly fast enough, and then get a little bit of a boost to reach the ladder. Play it safe and get rid of these things before trying to climb up here in case I mess up, which I did. I don't know if anything takes that out besides the Slash Claw, but Slash Claw is convenient enough. This is clever, how even though how the things don't ever really fully retract, so they can still block any shots that might be hitting the low to the ground stuff. That's kind of nice. It's only when you really look at that room that you notice it, though. Out of the way, please, sir. And this room is much safer if we just go under everything. Bullets are all way overhead. Use a flash stop here just for extra safety. Not necessary at all, but no reason not to at this point. And there's nothing that the super arrow can crash into way up here. And the dual satellite will deal with the rest of the dangerous stuff in the stage. At the very least, it can take out this beak so that there's only the Joe thing to deal with. Annoying as it may be. And that's that. Another pretty viable no damage run. Tier 5 does have some decent options after all. Elec Dam seems like one of them. Mostly because I remember this stage being empty, though there's that one room where all the enemies come to parties, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that room. I completely messed up there and it still wasn't threatening, and that's fine. In this case, it's actually good. Yeah. Here's that room. Quick, get the dual satellite. It's the only way. You know what? I'm just gonna sit here and let this idiot keep throwing hammers at himself. Because I don't really trust myself to deal with these two bulky guys at once. Oh, this room. This is a problematic room. Upwards, please, please. There we go. A bit of weapon use makes it not so bad. Yeah, all in all, this stage isn't very threatening. It's just that one room. Until that happens. And this happens! I didn't realize I was in the time limit. Alright, the stage mostly isn't too bad, and I can definitely see it being another top contender for a tier 5 no damage run. It just has its unreasonable moments, let's put it that way. And I stubbed my toe. There we go. Bees! That was... Let's go up. That room is so bad. Yeah, most of this level is just smooth sailing. It's just the parts. And then occasionally the occasional met. I should just use dual satellite or something for that, I guess. And there's no reason I shouldn't. Or can't. Or won't, really. If I'm being honest here. So, I guess I will, or should. We've established should, haven't we? Eh. Yeah, whatever. Electric Dam is possible, but that room is dumb, and you probably have better options. If you can get past that room, it's nothing else to worry about. But I don't like that room to an extent that I'm not going to bother. I don't think this will be a good option, but it's short enough, and I think a lot of other people seem to have chosen this. So, well, that didn't last long. I didn't think that would turn around. Winter? Oh, right. Can't really shoot through those now, can I? Gotta watch out for that, Beak. Ah! That one has too many enemies. I don't think it's a good idea. This one might be. It's mostly just Quickman stage, isn't it? A little bit of Plugman stage and occasionally some original content. Whoa! Careful there. Oh. I don't know why I didn't process that. Ooh. If I was... Oh, that doesn't even go the right direction. Ooh. There. Just gotta dodge them all, and then I can do this. Oop. Yeah, better equip dual satellite for this last part. The boss is really the only part that makes sense to fear. And I guess I'll use the Buster? Because I'm sure as heck not using Slash Claw. And nope, this stage is a bad idea. Oh well, so it goes. And what's this one? Starman Recreation? Also a bad idea. Mostly because I don't care to play it. And so that's the verdict for this one. Maybe a Mega Man for... Well, there's a lot of... It's close all around. Like, I could see Mega Man for all seasons, Starman Recreation... Maybe 80-2101 if you practice the boss, or maybe air sliding if you weren't worried about the air sliding not working. But there's not really a flat-out good stage in this area. Electric Dam, sort of. Volcanic Furnace, sort of. The Maze of Less Death, sort of. But in general, this is one of the tiers where you're gonna have to work for the no damage run. Flash. Actually, I was wrong. There's totally a simple, safe, and reliable way to deal with the boss of this stage. So, AD 2101 is definitely your go-to stage for a tier 5 no damage run. It's fairly short. There aren't any rooms at all that... Well, there's maybe one room where it's even... Oh, where it even looks difficult before you have an idea, and it's this right here. But one use of wire adapter, and this kitty's no problem after all. The rest is all smooth sailing. There's also a mid-boss eventually, but I haven't really seen it survive long enough to do anything effective yet. And the quick beams are not even remotely an issue now that we know how to slide. It might have also just been toned down in general. And here's that mid-boss I mentioned right now. Just keep an eye out. If it isn't starting to do the bombs, it's probably going to do a laser, and just be ready to dodge it. And also, remember that there are going to be tellies coming out of this pipe in the last room. The boss is not weak to Flash Stopper, but he's affected by it, so as long as you keep the button going fast enough, and don't give him time to fire, it is a pretty foolproof solution. Whoops. I'm giving him more time to do stuff than I had hoped. Okay, so the fireball keeps going, but the cutter gets stopped? That is strange. But the fireball doesn't really care. Anyhow, the cutter just aims to where I was, so that actually wouldn't have been very dangerous anyway. And there you have it. AD 2101 is definitely the go-to stage for a no damage run in tier 5. Shorter, fewer confusing rooms than, fewer plan ahead rooms than Volcanic Furnace, and not as drawn out as Maze of Less Death. There we go. Also, while we're doing some corrections, there is actually more to do in tier 1. I never actually went around and looked at some of the no damage runs I could do, and I never actually got Snowman's energy element without skipping the level, so let's... As much as it doesn't deserve it, let's do it justice. Apparently this part is possible to do without damage or using weapons if you respawn one of those magnet enemies and get it to carry you after you slide out of that and before you land into spikes. And that's just ridiculous. The better option clearly is to use utilities to bypass anything the stage has to offer. Especially once we get to the big eyes and ground that we can't see. At least that one just jumps off screen. So here, I had the right idea of using Wheel Cutter to figure out where there was ground and where there wasn't, but I should have thrown one in that direction first, because you can slide under this. And then it just is too much of a mess of enemies for me to survive anyway. Big guy, please don't fall. Oh. And that's about the only thing I could do there. My goodness, but this level is a mess. They sure did what they wanted to. And a sandstorm in the boss corridor, because why not? I was going to say, I'm almost tempted to find out whether this level has checkpoints or not, and it doesn't, even in the boss corridor. Lovely. You know, if I didn't have the Mets helmet, I probably would have gotten knocked into the pit by that enemy. Here's a level that knows how to go the extra mile in doing exactly what it wants to do. And I believe these are ladders. Yep. Sure looks like it, huh? That's Snowman for you. Anyway, that's clearly not the best option. The option that I took, of course, was getting through the first, like, 2 screens of this and getting the energy element 20 seconds in. But I believe not this one. Too long, too boring. It's possible, but bleh, why would you? I believe the only other real option here is this level, Mix and Match, because the fall had that fall, and I don't think Dual Satellite carries over through screen transitions, so even the effort of memorizing where the tadpoles are isn't really worth it when you have the other options that you do here. Of course it's going to take me more than one try. Yeah, honestly, Cardinal Man is probably the best option. Too many enemies here. Too many enemies in too close a space. But this one's doable, I guess, if you really want to. And just to be thorough, let's actually see how reasonable the fall is. Oh. Yeah, Dual Satellite goes away. Oh. Well, none of the tadpoles are particularly near the top of the screen, so if you did want to no damage this level, you certainly could. This screen right here is probably the trickiest of a lot of them. I forgot that most of the screens in this level existed, to be perfectly frank. Including that one that I said was the trickiest one. This last bit with the Yoku blocks and the background messages is, like, almost the only memorable thing about it. Oh, did I take damage there? Oh, right, during the fall. Oh well. Yeah, Cardinal Man, still pretty much the best bet, just because there's no real effort to it. It's 20 seconds long. You got 2 enemies in your way? 4 enemies, I think? Let's count them. There's that strangely adorable block there. There's the acid drips, this guy, this guy and the squiggly things, and then I think just the Karakari and nothing else. This is the ultimate low effort, no damage run. Anyway, let's just continue on with what we were doing. Actually, this is probably going to be at the end of the video, so hope you've enjoyed what we have up so far, and I'll see you again next time. Till then, this has been Cheese. Take care.